What are we talking about?
All right. I'm pushing go. And we're live. BMX After Dark with me, Geoff Meade, Noah Mcbride, Joey Coats, not jackets. and we just got done with another amazing day. And I think the first topic should be where we are. Where are we, Geoff? Where are we?
We're in Ohio.
Where are we, Noah?
We're digging for a Duke.
Are we in a foam pit? Take me out of the foam pit! Take me out now!
You don't get a choice.
We're digging for a Duke cup.
Yeah.
Horse shit.
Digging for Duke cups.
All the dudes that like me on Instagram are gonna unfollow me.
Noah's not as hardcore as he wishes he was. He's in a foam pit right now. He podcasts, he vlogs from foam pit.
I started following him because he talks shit about Resi, but then I saw him do a vlog from a fucking foam pit.
Oh my god.
I gotta get on the group chat.
Did you see the thumbnail, Noah?
No, I didn't see
The
it.
thumbnail is a foam pit too.
I gotta get in the group chat. I miss my people.
Wow, there's 7 people?
Yeah.
What should we talk about,
Well,
everyone?
Two of us are right here.
Oh.
I think we should just have Geoff recap his weekend. He definitely, even though he's not MVP, Joey's definitely MVP of the
Joey got
weekend.
MVP this weekend.
Tell
That Andrew kid's MVP of today.
Today.
Yeah.
Andrew,
Painless.
Yeah.
and
He
Austin
put-
Andrews.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he put in some work today.
If you want to just sit here and talk about all the awesome people from Indiana that went to Stoke Run today,
You're from Indiana and you're in a foam pit right now.
Okay, well, that's fine. That's okay. We had the kitchen, so we're used to it.
I gotta give my regular yo.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's true.
That's fair.
Yeah, no, Austin Andrews kicks ass. He's a very good rider. The only tip I have with Austin Andrews
You're already talking crap.
is that
It's been 2 minutes.
he refuses to air his tires past 30 psi.
Yeah, and that's what helped him do a rail ride to
And then-
360 down a rail.
And then today he blew like one too many spokes out of his free coaster, and he put a cassette on, and then spent like 5 minutes on a cassette, and he was like, I can't backpedal, so I'm just gonna take my chain off, and that's basically fine. So
He also did a 5
But
cap.
by
No,
the way, there
down
have also been a lot of riders in BMX that have been chainless for a decent amount of time.
yeah, and I hate all of them.
I learned 360 X up 1-footers over box jumps chainless.
Yeah, Brant. Well, this is why I don't like him.
I'm just saying.
I noticed that a lot growing up in the East Coast. There was a handful of dudes that rode chainless.
I just feel like if you want to ride a chainless bike, you should just buy a scooter. Like if you want to be a child, you should just, you should.
Tell us how you really feel.
It doesn't seem like it's a permanent thing for the kid. You know?
No, not at all. And dude,
No, it's not like he was like, I'm just gonna get a shoelace and tie my cranks to my chains. You know what I mean? Like,
Austin's easily like top 5 favorite Indiana riders. It's definitely right now, maybe all time.
There's a discrepancy here.
What's that?
I'm the only one without a beard.
Yeah, give you a few years, you'll get there, bud.
I'll have a beard by next week.
Right,
oh, roll back, Rob, giving you shit.
a gray one.
Great.
You hit the big
Noah, I rode today. You couldn't ride because you were too old.
Noah, I picked a pretty high sub box today with a wrist brace on. I'll give him that.
No pads, too.
That's fair.
And
Well, you did wear a pad. You wore a wrist brace.
He's a toilet trainer.
pretty solid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Geoff, what was your favorite part of the weekend so far?
Being able to hang out with my friends.
Can you pick a specific thing other than
I
that?
was really happy with the one clip that Noah got this weekend that involved going backwards and
Yeah, you can't talk about
Yeah,
that.
I know, I can't.
That's for a specific video
Yeah.
from Tech Bike Code that's not going to be out for 2 years.
Yeah, we
So-
started filming a couple of Tech Biko projects this weekend, and I polished a couple of things off my list that I'm particularly proud of and excited that I got to ride a couple of spots to make it happen. So
What do you think about Stoke Run, Geoff?
I'm stoked on Stoke Run.
Stoke Run for anyone who doesn't know.
Stoke Run.
That's enough from you. You can leave.
It was previously Ohio Dreams and now it's called Stoke Run. The trails are going. Indoor and outdoor parks are both going, and that's where we rode for the past 2 days.
Yeah.
Favorite ramp at Stoke Run right now.
Hold on, I want everyone's favorite part of the weekend first.
You want my favorite part of the weekend?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
My eyes pretty all today.
Yeah. I haven't been able to ride
I'm
my
really awesome.
I haven't been able to ride my bike the past 5 months, so I was really excited to do a trick.
He's got a broken scaffolding in his wrist.
His new nickname is Scaphoid, if you see him. What's up, Scaff? Yeah, I have a Scaff infection.
Scaphoid.
My actual favorite part of the weekend was drinking beers on the top of my shitbox van with Geoff here. That was fun.
That did happen last night.
That's a good time.
Looking at a cornfield.
Yeah, those are my
There's
favorites.
so much corn out here.
I like it.
Yeah.
What about yours, Joey?
Guess just being around everybody, just being here and
Yo, I'm gonna step
Enjoying
in for
the
Joey.
weekend.
Joey fucked this weekend. Sorry.
Joey killed it
Joey
this weekend.
decided to just for
put my big boy pants on.
put his big boy pants on and did a couple of rail tricks.
He
that
feebled down a rail.
he did.
First
try.
First try.
About 40 minutes after he got there, and 20 of those minutes was listening to us talk shit in the parking lot. So within 20 minutes of him riding outside, he decided to feeble down a handrail that had steps L-shaped underneath it. So it wasn't even like a straight shot down to avoid stairs. Like, there were stairs no matter where you were going.
Yeah, it was death either way.
Basically, you guys will see it on YouTube in about 8 months.
Sick though.
And also a couple of other rail tricks that are definitely, got to give it to him. I ride with Joey probably, most out of everybody sitting here, and
Oh yeah.
he definitely upped his game.
He did a double tire to fakie on a rail.
Yeah.
He went up a wedge, hopped over, double tire, hopped to the other side, and then went fakie.
Yeah.
And had to dodge some stuff to get out of it because there was some stuff at the bottom of the wedge.
Actually, I know we got rained out, but I'll be dead honest, I had a lot of fun at Oregon.
Oh yeah, it was supposed to
Oregon was
be
pretty
the
good.
trail jam
Yeah, it was
this
supposed to be the
weekend.
trail
Yeah.
jam this weekend.
We were supposed to ride trails today, but it got rained out.
We got pretty much rained out of everywhere but
You know, it just littered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Orville was kind of cool though. I enjoyed Orville.
Orville's fun.
Yeah. What's your favorite ramp at Stoke Run? Which 3-foot quarter pipe did you like the best out of all the 3-foot tall quarter pipes you rode?
Talking to you, not
You
me.
talking?
No, I'm talking to both of you.
That Euro down to bank to wedge is definitely something I was stoked on because I don't have anything like that in New Jersey. And I like riding that kind of stuff.
Oh, dude, it's your setup.
So being able to like 180 down and get decent speed to go backwards at like an
Mach
above average speed,
At Mach
wedge ramp with with a sub on top of it was kind of fun.
Side note, how do you feel about dudes that sit down while they fakie?
Hey man, Bruce Crispin did it. Lucky did it. I mean, all the greats did it. So anybody who thinks that standing up is normal is just trying to make it sound like
What
they're
about
cool.
Oh,
backpedaling?
don't even
bring up.
Was there a certain point where you started, like, was there an age you hit where you're like, my knees hurt and I have to sit down, or was it like, have you just always sat down?
You know what? It just allowed me to go way faster.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's all I wanted
Wait,
to
for
do.
real?
Yeah.
Sitting down.
You have
You
more
can go
control.
way faster
How?
when you're sitting down. 'Cause it's just like going faster on your bike. Like you just sit down.
Aerodynamics. He's
No, not even.
He's
You're
such a big beefy dude that when he sits down.
Hey, just because he didn't. That's funny.
I
No
would just.
way, no way. Because Bruce Chrisman sat down, Lucky sat down,
Yeah.
Hollywood.
Hollywood sat
Yeah.
down. Like I'm pretty sure even some of the Titans that you've ever seen have sat down.
No, absolutely. Yeah, I just wondered if it was.
Kurt Schmidt.
Yeah.
sat down,
Oh, yeah.
Backwards,
You know
like,
what? I can't even
Mullen
talk shit
Mullen
about
Turnham's
this.
got some backwards clips where he sat down almost like sitting down's the bet. Like if you're, I might as well just say it. Like if you think that standing up is like, it may be a new thing, but it's not like the right thing to do if you want to ride transitions going backwards.
All right,
If
yeah.
you want to ride flat ledges and do like little peg bonks on 2-foot tall ledges, yeah, you can stand up. But if you're cooking at something backwards, like you got to sit down at least for a hot minute.
I feel like stepping out of my shit talking zone for a second. Yeah, I feel like it was definitely like standing up and faking was born out of an era in like that like late 2000s, like 2008 era, where everybody just had like their seat duct taped to their frame, where it's like if you were gonna sit down and fakie, like your knees would be in your
Look at the chat.
Your
Look
knee-
at the chat.
your
It's
knee-
all you need to
Your
hear.
knee makes such an
Your
That's
knee.
all you need.
Your knees make such an acute angle that like it's hard to stand, like it's hard to stay there.
For the
Even when your
record,
feet's super low.
that's the second time you've used acute angle this
Yeah.
weekend.
I've been thinking about it a lot.
This man gets a job working robotics and he thinks he's smart. These dumbass Midwesterners don't have a vocab like I
sat
do.
down.
That is funny.
All right.
What's your favorite ramp at Stoke Run?
I don't have a particular favorite ramp, but I just enjoy the various subs that are around the park. Like you can tell that skate park was built like a number of years ago, just because of the way that it is. Like
The way that it is.
It's it's I don't know. They just don't really build ramps like that anymore. And when I say that, I mean they just don't.
Gravity games.
Yeah, they don't build ramps over 6 foot tall anymore, and I really enjoy that.
That's
I like,
fair.
I like a nice quarter pipe.
In,
sometimes.
indoor threw me for a loop because being in New Jersey now that there's like no indoor parks, I haven't ridden anything like that in a long time. So indoor was kind of one of those like, ride it for a couple of hours, and then once the sun came out outside, I was like, I'm out, I'm going back outside.
I'm
Yeah.
not texting. I'm answering a chat.
That's fair. Joey, your favorite ramp or rail
Ooh.
or ledge? I guess that is a
That-
ledge a ramp?
I don't know that wall ride / like shark fin thing.
The curved wall.
Yeah, that it reminds me of like a shark fin, like dirt jump shark
Yeah.
fin. But it was a lot of fun. You could come at it with a lot of speed, and it just like you could hook into it, and it just shit
Yep.
you.
Yeah, that wedge at the top of it was super awesome to gap in and out into it. Like, if you got you had enough room to pedal from the top or the bottom to use it the right way. It wasn't like you had to figure out a line to get through it. It was just a
Mhm.
fun way to get in there.
I would agree. I think that the curved wall is my favorite ramp in the whole place, other than the dirt jumps.
Yeah, true. We didn't get to ride those.
Yeah, it's wet.
All right, everybody got their favorite ramp out of it. Who's your favorite rider that showed up this weekend?
Bro, chainless guy. No. I mean, today, yeah. If
Don't say Geoff Meade.
our shoulders are
I'll
touching.
fist fight you, dude.
All right, let's go.
Thanks, man.
Can we do like
You're making me miss UFC for this, so we're gonna make UFC.
you know how like all those YouTubers have been doing like title shows where they fight. We need to have a title card
Where you
next
put up the
edition.
pink slip for your YouTube channel.
Oh, dude, that'd be perfect.
And whoever wins gets to take the YouTube
Yeah, the only thing
channel.
that sucks about that is then I couldn't fight you. You'd have to fight fucking Panzer or something. I'd be over here.
Panzer's from New York. He'd probably kill me.
I'd be over here fighting fucking rollback rough. We'd be fucking fist fighting over like 300 subscribers.
That actually reminds me, I got to get down to where Rollback Rob is. I'm overdue for a session with that guy.
Yeah. He's got a nowhere bike now.
Yeah, no, his bike setups are always sick. I like how everyone gets a little bit more and more freestyle. Like, it just makes me super happy.
Everybody got tired of dick-footed pocket ears. So
Oh my god, you guys are going there.
who's your favorite rider that showed up this weekend?
Actually, you know what? I was pretty hyped to ride with Dustin.
Yeah.
Even though I accidentally forgot to invite him because I thought he lived in Michigan. And I was like, I'm not going to bother telling him about it.
This man gives you a free bike. You don't even know where he lives.
Yeah, you're going to make me look so bad right now.
You know which bike you rode today, too?
I brought both my bikes with me this weekend.
He flexed. Jeff flexed.
This guy's so pro, he's got 2 bikes.
No.
Yeah.
As we're
I've
sitting
been
at
having-
Brant's house,
I've-
there's like 4 out
It was
there.
the first. This is the first time in my life I've ever had 2 of the same frame, so I'm kind of like taking advantage of it. Like it's usually like I've had enough parts to build like a second garbage bike, and it just never gets used. And this time around, I was like, dude, I got 2 of the same frame. Like I got to do 2 different setups.
Yeah, it's fair.
And I've been getting a little like, while I love having front brakes, I have so much roofing tar on my front rim with clear pads that like throwing bars has been getting a little sketchy because my front brake lever hand is my catch hand.
And if you catch
If I
it, you
catch
might.
it, like even with one
Oh,
finger,
yeah.
I'm going for a ride.
Yeah.
So the V1, I was like, dude, just straight cable it or gyro it, leave the front brakes off, and put some steel pegs on it, and like just have it for like when you don't want my front brake to kill me.
It's sick because you still have front brake posts on the Ford.
Yeah, those bone death forks are my favorite.
Just go.
I got those at Penn State before they closed.
Wow.
Yeah, the bottom feeder forks.
That's awesome. Now answer your
Joey.
own question.
No, Joey first.
Okay.
Favorite rider that showed up this weekend?
Who was that dude that was doing those crazy box jump tricks?
Oh my
Danny,
God.
Danny Rumpel, another Indiana shredder. Yeah.
That was pretty
He was
sick.
gonna come to the trail jam after there today.
Yeah.
That was
Rumble
pretty-
brought the thunder.
That,
there. Like,
that
Dude.
front flip was wild.
So like we were having the step up session and he only did a no foot can up it. And I was like, okay, sick. Didn't know who he was at the time because he was messaging me about the trail jam. And then he went over to the box area, dropped in one
Murdered.
time, wall slapped super high up out of that 7 or 8 foot quarter. And I was like, wait a minute. Then he jumped the box backwards, aired the vert wall huge, and then hit the box. And I don't even remember what he did, but I was like, who is this guy?
Oh, that was like one of the biggest box jumps I've ever seen.
And he rode it like
Like it was nothing.
He front flipped it.
Yo,
He cliffhangered it.
Yeah. Danny's
the cliffhanger was
Yo,
wild.
He did multiple.
How did it feel filming him from the top of that wall?
It
I saw
felt-
you scissor like
Yeah.
sitting over the wall, and I was like, "Yo, that's like he can't even put his hand out up there."
Yeah, no, it is actually like surprisingly sturdy.
Yeah.
Actually, like I thought when he was gonna like wall slap, because he's like a pretty aggressive rider. So I thought when he was gonna wall slap it, the whole thing was gonna shake, and I was just gonna like die and not be able to catch myself. But he would like wall slap it, and I wouldn't even feel it. Like it felt like it was happening in a different room.
I changed my mind.
What?
My favorite rider that showed up this weekend was James Shaw.
Was that your friend?
We grew up riding together, and he was like messaged me. He was like, "How much does this place cost?" And then he messaged me when I replied, and he's like, "When are they open till?" And then he messaged me and was like, "I'm on my way."
Yeah,
And then he showed up and bar spin the step up first trick
That
after
was
not
nuts.
riding,
Yeah.
and then his first turn down in probably who knows how long was 270 clicked.
yeah, no, better than any turn down you've ever done.
Oh,
That's-
and you, and everyone at this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it kind of was. Yeah.
It was 270 clicked. It's in my Instagram story,
Yeah.
and it was the first
Literally-
turn down that
literally
he's done
sitting on a
in
couch with
years.
4 of the worst turn downs in my
Three
Hey,
and one mediocre one.
Hey,
Come on.
have any of you ever done an opposite turn down that was clicked?
I'm
Oh,
shit
look
with
back.
it. Every,
No, straight jump.
every,
Straight jump, opposite turn
every
down.
turn down I've
It's
ever
still
done
look
is switch
back.
foot.
No, it's not. If you switch your feet, it's a normal turn down,
If
but
you
opposite.
turn into your front foot, okay. If you
Switch your feet into
all
an
right.
opposite
Yeah,
turn
no,
down.
you're right,
Have you?
you're right. No.
Then shut up.
I've never done an opposite fucking anything, Brant.
I'm shit footed. Everything I do is opposite.
Just so everyone knows, nothing I say directed at Noah is serious.
Yes, it is. Brant beats me up.
I had a bug next to him last night. He wept himself to sleep.
He only cried himself to sleep because he was talking crap about this futon.
Woke
then
up-
I carried it upstairs for him
Woke-
before he
woke
knew
up
about
with a
it.
soaked pillow and wondered what happened.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
but I was talking to Ross Obert. I don't know how to say his last name. Roscoe. Today about like when Danny showed up, and I was like, Danny is definitely in like the top 10 best Indiana riders, like period.
Mhm.
I think like it has to be. Like he's just ridiculous.
After seeing him ride today, I would not be surprised.
And that was not like I've thought Danny has kicked ass since I was like 12, dude. Like Danny's been kicking ass for so long, and then like fucked himself and quit riding for a little bit, and then came back and immediately fucked himself again, and like
That sucks.
he's real good, dude. He's real good.
He's gnarly and awesome.
And that was like 60% Danny Rumpel.
Jeez, that front flip was massive
Yeah.
too.
Imagine like Danny Rumpel in like a 2013 like Changa session, like where like I'm not saying that like
The
Like, you
people?
know when
Are you
you-
talking about like the people?
Yeah, like, you know when you would go to Changa and there would just be like a group of hitters that would just be like, fucking, who's gonna do this next?
Mhm.
You know what I
Passing the
mean?
hammer back
Like,
and forth.
yeah,
to each other.
exactly. Like that kind of session, and then like you put Danny Rumpel in that scenario, and it's like he's up there.
Oh yeah.
Midwest.
What's even
on
better is that front flip wasn't like he didn't land at the top of the landing, but he didn't land at the bottom. He landed where it was boss.
Yeah,
It was-
You know what I mean? It was like properly.
It was a
Yeah,
mid-school
yeah.
front flip too.
Oh,
It was like put down with like he put it down like he put the landing gear down because he knew he wanted to put the landing gear down.
Yeah.
There was no like, oh, let me send a front flip for my friends, and then you land on your back, or he put his tires down with purpose. Like it was like, oh, now it's the time to put my tires down, and then wall slap so high.
How many messages did you get this weekend about where you were?
Yeah, so I live in New Jersey.
Did you count?
And I didn't touch. So Saturday, I kind of went in on. Everybody's probably sick of me because I went in on some clips that I spent quite a while to film.
It was sick.
And
No one was sick of
I
you. It was
posted,
just sick.
better not.
I posted the skate park, and I went back to my phone, and I'm pretty sure I got 14 messages in a row of people asking me where that place was, probably thinking it was in New Jersey. And
Or close enough.
yeah, we're close enough, but it's one road. It's 3 roads for me to get out here. 80 for 6.5 hours, and then it's whatever 2 other roads that are the Booster Turnpike or whatever you guys have out here.
Mm-hmm.
And
I don't think we have a turnpike in the entire
yeah, I
state.
don't think you guys.
To
have
be
a turnpike.
completely honest, like, I think that's an East Coast thing.
Ohio
yeah,
has the turnpike. 80.
It's an
Yeah,
interstate.
that's an interstate.
All right, that was a
But
that was a low blow.
I have.
We literally just talked about it.
Yeah, the road that comes straight out of
It's
New
not an
Jersey,
interstate.
Ohio. You don't get to claim that one.
I did disappoint a whole bunch of people, but the outside like
That's what I'm
skate
saying.
plaza
So much fun.
was
Wow.
probably one of the best I've ever. The mixture of ramps and concrete, sidewalk, whatever you call
It's
it.
good concrete.
Yeah.
Flagstone.
It was
Yeah.
grippy.
Yeah, it was grippy, but it was
No,
also
that's-
cheese gratery. But
Yeah, well, real men like to ride cheese graters. Dude. That's how
I'm
you
from-
get the. That's how you get the grip, Jeff. You
from
see,
I'm from New Jersey. Dude.
If
I'm
you-
used to landing in blacktop, I just don't like to if I don't.
What do you
have
mean?
to.
You're from New Jersey. That's where people ride grimy street spots where
Yeah,
if you
that's-
fall, you
That's
catch
what
a
I'm saying.
disease.
Yeah, exactly. I've fallen over hypodermic needles. Have you ever ass slid through homeless piss? I have.
Wait, was that the trick?
No, it was not. But sometimes you just got to get out of a wall ride as fast as you can, and you just happen to slide through bum piss. And then you have to sit in the car with it the entire way home.
Ew! I would have just gotten naked.
Yeah, it was pretty close.
No, that's gets like your brain going.
It has to because like it's like so
What are you talking about?
unconventional of stuff
Yeah.
that you have to figure stuff
It
out.
just, yeah. It got me doing
You
stuff
know what?
I haven't
I'm on
done in a while.
vacation.
sorry, I got a little squirrely.
Just
today.
go
I don't know.
Noah's saying my name in the group chat, so I was like, "What are you talking about?"
All right, yeah, we'll
Well,
just
you're
count
sitting
it.
right next to me.
I got called out because I'm drinking a Natter Day.
You're in a foam pit. Shut up.
I'm drinking a Natter Day in a foam pit. And somebody said Ronnie Mac would be disappointed. I think Ronnie Mac is the shit. So
I was
I,
drinking Twisted Teas the last time I saw you post a video.
okay, well, that was because I was with Fitch. And if you want to call Fitch and tell him that you're not down with Twisted Teas, he'll drive back from Washington to kick your ass right now.
I'm on vacation.
Yeah, you're right.
Anyway,
Yeah, take a little heated.
you want to go do a backflip into the foam?
Yeah, you want to go cool off in the phone there, Pat?
All you gotta do is jump behind the couch.
I did a gainer into a foam pit today.
I saw you and it was a half
No,
gainer.
there wasn't a game. I watched you flail. Like you did.
It was Stuart from Mad TV like,
Yeah.
look what I can doing this half backflip.
Do you know those memes that were like, yeah, I could definitely do a half gainer and just end my day today. I watched you practice a half gainer. If you did that anywhere, like where there was like solid ground, you would have just shut yourself down so hard.
You
That
would
would
have
have been
just
like
landed on
pure
his
black.
stomach.
Yeah. No, not even. He would have just landed on the top of his head.
I ran, took a solid leap. I was like looking for the
And-
foam and just saw a wall,
and-
and then just went full cat mode. I was like, ah!
You turned flat as a board and then just landed where you would have absolutely perished if you tried it on real solid ground.
Definitely don't take that one to Resi.
Nah.
I will let you know, since we just talked about that, I didn't touch the foam pit at all.
Me either.
The only reason I did is because I was filming Rumpel do a gnarly cliffhanger.
Mm.
You
And then I-
wanted to jump into the foam. Don't lie.
Well, I jumped off the top of the wall because I can't climb down
The only
because
re-
I have one wrist.
The only reason Noah did a backflip into the foam pit because he was filming the guy on top of the wall. Except he had to be down there to
Yo,
do the
if that's how you got off of that wall, like if you just jumped from the top of the wall in the foam pit with your camera in your hand, I would have give you way more credit than that gainer that I saw you try. If you just like up second story window fire jumped off the top of that wall into the foam pit, I would have been way more hyped than your cartwheel.
Why did I bring
Cartwheel.
this up? Why did I bring this up? What?
Then your half cartwheel into the foam pit.
You did a
How many times do you go upside down today, Geoff?
I've done.
How many times did you go upside down today? None. You didn't even make it to upside down.
They did me too. I was trying to find a combination of words.
Point five?
But he also called me out that I didn't.
Five.
I also didn't flip anything this weekend.
Did
Which is
I
okay.
did a half switch backflip.
Oh,
You just switch-footed backflip. You just switch-footed flip into the foam.
Just practicing my switch flips into the phone.
Switch-foot flip.
So what do you do? It's the same rotation. It's like, no, your feet were.
Did you see that flip? He did it switch-foot.
Damn it! Why didn't I say that to Ross when he flipped the step up? She's like, nah, you got to do it again. That was dick footed. Can't be doing shit-footed flips in my skateboard, dude.
Since we just brought up being goofy-footed, I'd like to make a point that I feel like goofy-footed riders have changed BMX for the better more than any regular-footed rider ever has.
I think we've already had this podcast.
Respect your local goofy-footed kid.
Yeah. Well, Mike Aiken. I mean, just.
Marcus Christopher.
Marcus Christopher. This is a long time.
Marcus Wilke. The German dude that was on
Yeah.
Animal.
Oh, you're talking about changing BMX.
Every-
I'm just talking about good.
No, yeah, definitely.
No, Aiken for sure. I mean, if you've ever watched a Fast and Loose edit, like you have to pay respects.
Every time somebody says Marcus Wilke, I think they're talking about Tobias Vicky. So I get like really triggered that they didn't say the W like a B, and then I'm like, oh yeah, different guy. It's like
Tobias is a gorilla.
Dude.
Yeah.
He is all that is tech man.
Yeah, I miss when that was a genre of rider where it was just like jacked front end guy. It's just there used to just be like a
What's
whole
wrong with
crew.
the chat?
Of
Okay, it's back.
It's because I have no service here.
No, I got on.
I still remember being extra hyped that Tobias was rode Sayreville in Road Fools 14. Because Joey knows I've gone over to that quarter pipe a couple of times and I get super frustrated because there's no way a regular human being that's not
That
Given-
quarter pipe is
given
gnarly.
Excalibur of front brakes to ride without riding that. Like that quarter sucks. That quarter that he
scary
did
as
700 tricks on sucks.
He owns the rights to that quarter.
For sure. I don't think. And it's actually got like big chunks sticking out of it now. It's kind of a pain in the ass to ride.
You know, we were here this whole weekend, didn't ride Worcester one time.
Yeah, how bummed are you about that?
Stoke Run's awesome.
We just had to travel around and find different
But
three.
I'm actually really happy that this is probably the second time I've ever been out here that I didn't ride Rays. So it feels cool to like come out here for not
Do other stuff.
Rays. I love Rays, don't get me wrong, but
Rays is the best.
yeah,
but
Rays is the best.
if you're going to Rays, that means it's cold.
Yeah.
Sure. Since we talked about Road Fools 14, what's your favorite Road Fools?
14.
Yeah, really? That was quick. What about you?
14.
What about you, Joe?
14.
Son of a bitch.
It goes
Yeah.
through. It goes.
Grant, what's your favorite
It
road
goes
pool?
through Jersey. How could I not like it?
That's like,
It's solid.
well,
right
and it's
there.
also like East Coast. It's like New England spots that,
Is it
like,
really?
especially growing up, I was really fond of or never got to ride. So like, they're taking a handful of East Coast crushers. Like you had Van Homan on there, you had Brian Foster on there,
That's the one they hit the little devil warehouse at, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they pick up Chase Hawk.
and,
Or-
they, and they pick up Homan there.
No, they pick
and
up Homan.
T-Hart, and
Yeah.
T-Hart. So they're literally
Yeah.
picking up all these dudes that
Yeah.
are like at the growing the pinnacleness of their riding styles at that particular time.
They don't pick up Hawk. They get 17-year-old Hawk drunk at the little devil warehouse,
yeah.
and they're like, "Hey Chase, why you so loose?" Or like whatever the fuck Lee Ramsdale said.
Why are you so ratty?
Yeah.
Why are you so ratty?
Or,
It's just how I
you
am.
get so twisted. Yeah, you go so high. That's what it is.
Yeah, and even the soundtrack. I think I have
Yeah.
a Road Fools 14 Spotify soundtrack of just the music from Road Fools 14.
It's got Snapcase on it. What else do
And,
you want?
and it was post 9/11 too, so it was like kind of a big deal to see like a lot of
Yeah.
other riders from not the East Coast come to ride the East Coast because it was still like a, kind of ground zero for a while. So it was like a nice like the Earth is healing kind of BMX video.
It's from the heart.
Yeah, 8-year-old me never noticed that.
Weird. An 8-year-old wouldn't make that connection.
My favorite is Lino Gonzalez in that video being
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Yeah, I've ridden all these spots like 500 times." I'm like, dude, you know what you're.
I don't know if I can even. I don't know the answer to that conversation.
What conversation?
The perfect tire pressure for Foofs Abubakas.
Yeah,
Joe's
just
picks the
65 psi.
Whatever's in my
Just about to
tire
say
at that
that.
moment.
65.
65 psi.
65 gives you enough to bounce back.
It was like shaking his head as if he doesn't just ride whatever's in his tire.
65
You
psi.
thought I had to go pump my tire up today. As long as it's over 70, I'm fine. Like
Is that why you suck at Foofanus?
That's why you broke your wrist, because you had fucking 900 psi in your
Yeah.
tire.
Let it squish a little bit.
Yeah,
Get the bounce
that's
out of
why
it.
you
because I
get
was going so fast. I was going faster at that 3-tap I broke my wrist on than you've ever gone in your life, Jeff. I don't even
Oh.
That just proves that you don't know me.
He was going faster backwards today than you used to go
I
in
can
your
go faster
race.
backwards than you can go forward.
I've got plates that prove it. That's fucking
What, number 3?
I got a lot of ones on my fucking wall at home. They're all in your. Well, no, they're not. Damn it, my camera's too tight. I was gonna say they're all in your live streams.
Noah's offended.
A little bit. As fast as fuck,
I found the
boy.
line.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
I found the line.
I'm just gonna send Noah a clip of highlights at some point.
I found
You're
the
just gonna
line.
get a full video of me, and I'll show you some of my old. Is that a keyboard? You just put up?
Yeah, it is.
What did he get a voice clip?
What?
Best songs to ride to.
What are you doing?
Listen to anything.
It won't do it.
Anything punk is.
Go push number 2
Actually,
on
you
my
know
keyboard.
what? Alex Williams on Spotify. There's a list called BMX Museum.
Never mind, I got it.
Listen to BMX Museum on Spotify.
This fuck boy.
Roll back, Rob. You're running a lot of air pressure. I just
No, she wasn't ready.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Best songs to ride to. Anything that Stu Johnson listened to between the years 2002 and 2009.
Depends on what I'm riding.
DFLJ. Just do 60 in the front and back if you're riding street. Just enjoy it. Anything less than 60 in the streets, you're doing nothing but just giving yourself the biggest chance to get a flat tire.
Anything less.
Or
Or you're doing tire rides,
Or you're Charlie Crumlish.
or you're just trying to not have a broken wrist when you do a big.
I don't.
Yeah.
Well,
65 still works.
I don't know. I'm not a tire ride guy,
55 was
but like I've heard because like all the kids ride like 2.4 tires now, 2.4s. So like you air them down to 30, and then when you get on a round rail, it just like hugs the.
It's
rail.
like
Yeah, and it's like when they explain it to me, it makes sense. But also when they explain it to me, like a part of me dies inside, and I'm just like, oh god.
I'll say it. If you run like, because I got those demolition hammerhead tires on the one leg.
24s.
And if you like, well, they're 2.4s, but they're definitely way bigger than that. They're the biggest 2.4s I've ever seen in my life. But if you go to tire ride something, sometimes what you're trying to tire ride disappears under your tire, and that makes great long moments of anxiety. Like when you can't see what you're tire riding on, it's definitely nerve-wracking.
Kind of fun though.
Did you just tell him to listen to shanties and bluegrass? God, I bet you did.
For what?
Music.
Oh,
2006 metal.
No, favorite or best music to ride to is no music. I hate listening to
Yeah, oh
music
yeah, that's
when I ride.
actually a good conversation to have. I find it
That's
like
true.
I think it's interesting that like Brant can just have a session with no music going on.
I hate it. I have too much going on in my brain to have music in the background being like, okay, let's add more.
That's what shuts the voices
Except
up in
It
my
doesn't
head.
work like
You
that.
loved it whenever I put 2006.
It doesn't help me. It doesn't help me.
This is good.
So I'll admit that when I go over to my local, I go over to the mini, I put down my skate park bag, and I have a Bluetooth speaker that's like the size of a paint can. And I literally just listen to props music as I'm in the mini.
There's nothing wrong with
And
that.
it's perfect.
I just don't like it myself. And it stems from I used to listen.
Headphones I hate.
I used
I
to
do
have
hate
headphones
headphones.
on.
If I go riding out with my homies and somebody's got headphones on, I'm like immediately like, I'm just gonna go ride.
If you're a headphone rider, I don't like riding with you because it's like it takes you out of the session and puts you in your own world. Like nothing bums me out more than when you're like you say something to the group and one person misses it because they're like in their headphones. It's like I carry that DeWalt speaker with me every day of my life, everywhere I go, just so that like
We
in
know.
situation-
We watch you.
Yeah, it's
We can hear it.
Yeah.
it's fine, but like, yeah, I don't know.
But like headphones are a big one for me
Yeah.
because part of BMX that I enjoy the most, especially when I get like the 30+ club out, is like just hang out.
Oh, well, you know what it
You
is.
know, like I
It
don't
does
need
let
to,
the
I don't need
speaker
to
work,
watch you
though.
try a feeble regular 180 over and over again with headphones in. Like
Dude, that's what it is. It's like street kids. They're like, well, I'm not gonna carry a speaker around the whole city, dude. I'm just gonna wear my AirPods.
Well, like if you're traveling from spot to spot, especially for being outside New York City, if you want to wear headphones while you're like cruising to get somewhere, by all means.
If you want to get
do
hit
you.
by a car, go for
Well, I
it.
mean that's like a whole nother topic. But like if you roll up to a spot like 4 or 5 deep, or if you're at a skate park with your friends, just leave your headphones at home, man. Just enjoy the time with your friends. Talk to them. Talk shit.
That's what I was gonna get at. Is that I
Yeah.
used to listen to headphones while I rode, and my warm up song was "Cyclone" by Baby Bash. and well, there was a point in time though where my buddy Jake, who we watched the video of that I made, he was like, he told me to take my headphones out, and he's like, "You're here riding with us. Take your headphones out."
Yeah.
And then ever since then, never ever wanted to listen to music while I was riding ever again.
I've never been a headphone guy, but the music, it's like I get it's part the only reason I like the speaker on is the same reason that I like people to not be wearing headphones. Is because like it creates a moment that we're all fucking
Vibe.
part of, and it's like look.
That moment
look,
exists regardless
yeah,
of what's in the
But
background.
look, Brant, your voice sounds great. It just sounds a lot better with music behind it. It's all I'm saying. You know,
we did listen to an inappropriate amount of ska this entire
Oh,
weekend.
it was awful.
No, dude, I could
So
fist
much
fight you
ska.
right now. This man's about to sit here and tell me about how amazing listening to ska was, but he can't handle half an hour of bluegrass
Yeah,
music.
bluegrass, like your tambourine music was just driving.
There's no percussion in bluegrass. That's the whole point of the genre.
Aliens,
Just because you listen to music makes it sound like you're going to visit your sister on a date.
Yeah.
If I had a sister, she'd be super
They're-
damn hot.
And he'd be over here saying, anybody's going to bang my sister, it's me.
She's one of the best riders in Indiana.
And I'm not talking about bikes.
Oh,
But the soundtrack at Stoke Run was sick.
Oh, it's the quality.
It's definitely really good.
not enough banjos.
Joey and I live next to a music venue.
He's talking about banjos.
in New Jersey, and the ska scene for a long time, minus the last couple of years,
Only
was
we-
very alive and well, and it was always a good time. And going other places and being like the dude that's out of touch, being like, "Oh yeah, there's any ska bands around here?" Like,
Everybody's like, what the fuck is that?
Like, well, it happens all the time.
I still don't even know what that means.
Oh, it's the best thing ever. Ska
It's
is the
a
best.
genre.
How good are you at skanking?
Is that in the
Can we
chat?
say that?
What does that mean?
Can we just listen?
You don't know what skanking is?
Can we
No.
just listen to Less Than Jake or Mighty Mighty Boston's right now?
No. fine with less than Jake. Mighty Mighty Bicycles is out.
Well, I wanted to give him like kind of like
This is all just like
the Grand Prix.
99 red balloons.
Yeah.
I have to listen to that song one more time.
It only played once the entire weekend.
Yeah, no, I mean in my life. But I'm over it.
I play that song like once a week.
I'm just gonna put on Let's and Jake radio on the way home.
I do. I get.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I got a good damn story. I went out to ride the old Rampage Mini. It's in John Willie's backyard, right? So, Evil did.
Rampage is south of
Rick
you.
Moliterno's skateboard.
Yeah.
That one.
What did I say? Did I say out
You
east?
said Rampage.
Yeah, it's Rampage.
Rampage is south of you.
You are.
Where was Rampage?
You're dumb. Anyways, I went out west to ride the old Rampage Mini. It's in John Willie's backyard. Dan Hilton messaged me, Evil. And I was like, dude, that guy used to fuck. So I was like, I'm good. It still does. Yeah, and it was like, I'm going out there no matter what. So I drive like 6 hours into a cornfield to go ride a Mini in the middle of nowhere, owned by people that I don't know at the time. And like I just show up at their house at like 9 o'clock at night, and they're super nice to me. They let me camp in their backyard. And I like growing up, Illinois was like the saltiest of all the Midwest states. That was like it's like standard country. Like if you went to Illinois and did a bad tabletop, like you definitely got kicked out of the skate park. So I'm driving to this Mini, and I'm thinking like I'm gonna see dudes smoking cigarettes and drinking beers at the same time. Like simultaneously. And all
He's inhaling and swallowing.
I'm gonna see dudes do Kramers and then listen to Pantera all weekend. And I showed up and they were super nice, and we listened to fucking ska all weekend.
That makes me so happy.
I got in the car with the kid I took, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck just happened.
We're gonna listen to Pantera and Slayer all weekend.
Every Illinois stereotype I had just vanished. It's like, you're the nicest guys I've ever met.
That's funny.
We're all wearing fedoras and flannel t-shirts. Carrying around trombones.
Yo, Kurt, we were talking about you earlier, weren't we? Yeah.
Mhm.
Sit down fakies, Kurt. For the record, did you sit down or stand up more in your fakies? Which one did you do more often?
Well, like if you're riding transition, you're gonna stand up eventually. It's
Yeah,
just
but-
getting to that transition with a lot of speed to make it to the deck. You have to make a compromise.
So what period of time were you in more is the question. Sitting
I'm
or
definitely
standing?
well. It depends on how.
I'm
far
asking Kurt.
Oh, I'm not. I know. I'm
We
trying to-
know you're sitting.
We're
down.
waiting for his answer. I'm just waiting to. I'm trying to give some sort of perspective here. Not that I'm any sort of.
Like right in
I
between
feel like
two of the
Kurt
slabs.
Schmidt's the Grayu of riding a free coast.
What is a Grayu?
The greatest rider of all time.
That Mini was
Greatest
from,
rider in the universe, Grayu.
That Mini was from here. I'll just type in the chat. That's better.
A.
Grayu.
You? Where's the U come from?
Greatest rider in the universe.
Oh, okay. Sit down always. There you go. That's
Yeah.
the definitive answer.
So I just proved my own point because if Kurt said it, then that means you're fucking wrong.
Ow.
Yeah, I knew. I was just giving you shit.
Yeah. Well, Kurt's regular footed though. If I
Dude,
remember
whatever
correctly.
Kurt says is the law. That's just how it is.
Coaster was easier to manage sitting down. Boom.
Yeah.
Crankworks is live right now and it's sick. Is that why everybody
Yeah,
left?
if you want to watch all the BMXers that catch tail whips the right way, you can watch Crankworks.
I think you guys are getting the chat before I'm even getting the chat because you have stuff and it's not on mine.
Yeah, so if anybody sees me looking down the entire time, it's just because I miss being in the chat. It's
True.
weird being on this side. Like,
Is it?
yeah, it is. I'm just used to, like, because usually most of the time, not saying that I tune you out, but I'm like 50%, like 40% paying attention to you and 60% paying attention to the group chat.
You're only in there for the chat.
I love the chat. Chat people are my homies. Like I have huge amounts of ADHD. So if anybody in the chats regularly knows me, please introduce yourself to me because I'm so bad at that. Like really bad. But homies.
I like being in person better because like when I shit talk Brant through the group chat, sometimes he'll read it and what I'm shit talking about was like 3 minutes ago and his squirrel brain can't comprehend, so he's like I don't know.
You know
And
what?
then he just like powers through it.
You know what I love?
Just ignore you.
Yeah, you know what I love watching him do? The moment of ignoring you. Like, and he's like,
Yeah.
I start reading it and then just stop.
Yeah.
Like I'm going.
like look at it and you see him squint a little bit trying to read it the right way, and then he just like goes back to what he was doing. It's my favorite moment.
The face he makes where he's just like, yeah.
I'm not even
This is
like
me
that.
learning things about myself.
And
right
the
now.
occasional you kicking somebody out of the chat's my favorite too. He's like, "What's the best bike to start at BMX? What's the best bike to start at BMX?" Like you get like 14 of those in a row where somebody's just trolling the group chat. And
Well,
then you
dude,
prove
there's
them.
the one guy who has like 800 YouTube accounts, and I'll ban all of them. And then the next time I go live, he's just like, "You can't get rid of me." And I'm like, "Where do you have so many accounts?"
Such
at?
a committed fan. Like you have to take like what a committed dude.
I wouldn't call that a fan because it's just
No,
trying
he
to talk
is.
about himself.
No, he is because like he wouldn't use you as an avenue to he's dying for attention.
Okay, fair
He's
enough.
desperate enough to make a YouTube after you've banned him to make another YouTube to be like, he's got to listen what I have to say. You know what I mean? Then he goes like, you're what he's thinking about when he makes a new YouTube account.
Well, and then-
not like anything else. Not like, oh man, I got banned off of CNN News YouTube. You know, like he's like literally thinking about you while making a new account.
What's funny though is that I was in another live YouTube chat and I saw this guy and he wasn't getting banned. So it just got to happen.
Yeah, the trolls I like when you actually like kick them out. Yeah, but yeah, he's a fan. Consider him a fan, just like really passionate.
That's fair.
He's just terrible at getting it out. He could actually be a more civil dude and join the group chat like a regular human being
Yeah.
instead
Not
of
be weird.
just like
Yeah, honestly, the answer you just replied to, or question you just replied to, I don't even have an answer for that because I don't know enough. I just use what I have.
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
Whatever Roll King has, whatever break over 20.
Whatever my dad hands me and says, this is it.
Yeah.
I got a pew pew.
The cheap ones. I don't know.
I got a Nintendo Zapper.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, I gotta make my Nintendo Zapper look legit.
You know someone's already done
You put a
that.
skin on your
Yeah, I'm trying to-
You put Fortnite skin on your.
I drive around in my Fisher Price smart car.
You pull up on somebody and they're like, "What are you gonna do, zap me?"
I would love to just like not do that, but just cut the cord off of it and leave it as a zapper, but just like lift it. Like when somebody messes with me with the bar, just be like, no.
You don't want the heat, dude.
You don't
Oh
want
my
to see-
God.
You know how many ducks I've killed? You know how many clay pigeons I've shot?
You don't want to know about this high score point. Like, I get it.
I didn't even ever play Mario. I only did
Only duck.
My duck count is
My duck count is unbelievable.
That is too
This
funny.
is definitely going to be a sidetrack story, but since we brought it up, growing up, I remember throwing my zapper gun at the wall because I was frustrated with the game, and something broke in it. So whenever you pulled the trigger, whether you were putting it at the TV or not, the ducks would die.
So you
Like,
just
so,
won?
so like I sat there for like so in duck hunt, you don't win duck hunt. The ducks only go faster,
Yeah.
so like you can't hit them anymore.
Yeah.
So I remember sitting there as an adult because I pulled my Nintendo out and I remember this. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna beat Duck Hunt. I'm gonna get the craziest score in Nintendo history playing Duck Hunt, and I'm gonna post a picture of it. And I literally sat there with like my finger like holding it in one hand and then like using my other fingers as like a zapper trigger, and I played the thing for so long, and like at a certain given point they just like won't allow you to win. Like the ducks just don't come, like you hear them, they just don't come out of the screen edges. So they were going down and I was getting credit for it, and at one point they were just like, oh good, you got
You
this
didn't
many,
win?
You got this many points.
It just
And they-
ended?
Yeah,
It went so
Yeah,
fast. It was like faster than
they
a
just
frame.
tell you like a point value, and then they just send you back to the main menu.
And you didn't get your picture?
No, I never got my picture.
So you had to have been ready.
Oh yeah.
You'd have to go through hours
Yeah.
again and have someone or film it so you
Yeah.
could screenshot
Yeah.
it. That's horrible.
Yeah.
The non-BMX thing to share with you, but yeah, I still have that zapper gun. I could probably do it again.
So
Favorite shit-footed rider?
Aiken.
Oh, yeah, that's an easy one.
Yeah.
Never mind. What were you gonna say, Brant?
Dude,
I was just gonna say, when's the next time we're all gonna hang out like this? Are you actually gonna come back in 2 weeks?
I don't know.
You're driving there.
Our trail jam, for anyone who's in here and watches this later, the Apple Creek Trail Jam was supposed to be today and it got rained out. So it's rescheduled to August 12th. And Joey just committed to coming back out. For
What
it.
day is that? What day is that Bruce Peach Jam? The one in Indy.
I have no idea. I don't even know.
Today was
anything
actually the last day they were gonna have wooden ramps at Malali or Foster Park.
Malali. You can call it Foster Park after it's.
So if I didn't come out here for this dirt jam, the only other thing I
How
had
come
going
I
for was going to
fucking-
Foster Park. I guess I'll call it by its name. Those dudes are all homies. I really like going there, and like prior to COVID, I was going
about it.
there.
The same day.
August 12th is taken. It has been for 5 months.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Yo, Johnny Jetson,
I ain't going. So
Superman.
I'm gonna be in Indy. But
You weren't even gonna ride anyway.
you just literally double paid for our natty ices.
Thank you. Is anyone going to Corn Hucket? I'm trying to try and go.
Yo, Kurt, if I go out there, I'm like 90% sure I'm going out there. I just want to shake your hand, man. Like you're a G to me. So
I'm
if you're gonna be at Corn Hucket, I'm gonna go out to Corn Hucket, and I would definitely love to meet you.
No, it's cool.
I think we might all be there.
Jeff will go out to Corn Hucket for Kurt.
I'm flying out there. I'm not driving out.
We gotta
there.
get Geoff to go to Swamp Fest.
I'm not going to Swamp Fest.
Swamp
Don't even
Fest.
start that conversation.
Joey knew what he was
I'm not
doing.
going
by
to.
bringing
I'm
that.
not going to a BMX.
Don't say
I'm
anything.
not going to a BMX
Stop.
mud bogging.
Stop. Stop.
Look, me and Brant have said too many nice things about Swamp Fest on this channel. For you to be upset.
Not my thing.
Why is too much cock on this video?
Screw it up.
Yeah, maybe one. Maybe if it's like super easy for me to go, like if somebody
Don't
pays for
fucking
me
lie
to
to me
go,
right
I'll
now.
go. But I'm not gonna go on my own free will.
One day I'm gonna have it like that, and I'm gonna do that.
You're telling me it's not already like that? I thought you.
No, this $10 is all I got.
It all went into natty eyes.
I'm definitely not driving there either.
It's too
That's a
far.
drive.
Florida's the armpit of.
Well, how far is New Jersey from Florida?
It's
More
like,
the
Like
bubble
18
region.
hours. or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, that's crazy.
and that's like the bottom of Florida too, isn't
no,
it? No.
not too crazy. It's 14 from here.
It's in the swamps. It's in the middle.
It's like
Yeah.
the same
So
distance
if
from
I've
here.
never been to
If
Florida.
it's in the middle,
Florida's like a Twinkie where the middle instead of filling is just alligators and swamp.
and also
Is that
not
when they do like the alligator jumps?
like yeah. Riding 95 for that long is
That was
also like a
category.
physical nightmare for like a commuter human being.
Dude,
Like trying to get through like Washington D.C. into like
yup.
into like Maryland and then into like Virginia and then Georgia is like a nightmare.
Taking 95 to get to Richmond, we were stuck in traffic for an hour and a half because somebody crashed their car and then didn't take it to the side of the highway like
Yeah,
you're
just
supposed
left it
to.
there. I got stuck behind somebody whose car caught fire on an exit ramp.
And you
Yeah.
watched it
And I
catch on
and I
fire.
watched him just stand there with his hands in the air
You
like,
let
my
me-
car's on fire.
What am I gonna do?
And
I
then
beat you there by almost 2 hours.
Literally, because you
Yeah.
showed up and you're like, we left at
Dude,
the same
I stood-
time.
I
We
stood
literally pulled out at the same time. He was ahead of
we
me.
left at the same exact time. I've actually pulled out before him. I stood behind that dude on that exit ramp with his car on fire for over an hour.
That's
That's-
And then a fire
I would
truck
have tried
tried
to back up.
and then well, no, that's what I tried to do in not a fire truck, but like a fire marshal
Mhm.
started rolling behind me as I was backing up, and he was like, "You cannot do that." And I was like, "Yo, watch me." And he was like, "No, you're not doing that." It was a nightmare. I literally just like stood in front of a dude having the worst day of his life for like 2 hours.
And he's just
Yeah.
standing.
Yeah, I'm just standing there like I would really appreciate it if I could just drive around you, but
Yeah, scary. I lifted
no,
my arm and hit
Richmond
that.
was a sick trip this year.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got to experience Richmond
was-
with you,
we were
you
hyped.
guys.
It was awesome.
It was a good
I
time.
would like to go again. It'd be
That
fun.
was probably one of the best. I've gone down there every year for the last 5 or 6 years, and that was like one of my more memorable weekends there.
Yeah, that was sick.
I'm kind of excited that it's going to be different next year too. I don't know how. Crandall just told me that he's doing something different next
Well,
year.
when
Well,
we
they
build
took the
one-
jump down. They took all the dirt out for the jump.
well,
And
they do
did
that every year.
No, they
they don't
don't.
leave that jump there.
The dirt is always there. They took the dirt out and they said something about that it was changing. It was like on their
Whatever.
Instagram.
They should do the King of Burt and build a vert ramp again.
Out of dirt.
They're just gonna build a
No,
giant flat.
Yeah, have you ever seen any
It was
old footage of
fine
the old
dirt.
Powers FPM jams? It was called the King of Burt, not Burt. And they built like a vert ramp out of pallets, and Chad Kegi was doing like no-handed flares.
Who
Sick.
did
It
the
was
900? Yeah, that was.
No, the Tabaron? I think Simon Tabaron.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Damn, good deep cut.
I love. So I'm a big fan of vert riders.
Yeah,
Nobody
yeah,
ever
yeah.
knows this. Like I could watch vert. Like please, X Games, Do Tour, whatever. Like
X Games.
Olympics, bring vert riding back.
Listen-
I can't do it. I definitely can't influence any kids.
Are we going to have this conversation?
yeah, we're having.
I would love to see vert riding. Like vert, bring the Titans back.
What I'm going to say, hold on.
Son of a bitch. All right, go.
No, I'm just going to say there's not enough people who ride vert to have X Games
No,
vert.
That's completely fucking horseshit.
Who's
All
gonna
right,
do it? Who's going to do it?
hold on one second.
You going to
Hold on
tell
one
me the
second.
podium right now? Because we
I'll-
already know it.
All right.
Bestwick will be in the
he's-
top
he's
3.
Like, I mean, I'm not gonna speak for him.
You mean if they did one, he wouldn't put himself in it?
Zach Newman, Vince Byron. There's 2. Give me a
Okay.
second.
So there's-
Why you make me do
There's
this when I've
fourth and
already
third.
been drinking?
With the dread.
Michael Aaron.
That's 5th.
What's that other dude on
Six.
heavy pedal? Zach Newman.
No,
Zach Newman.
Get the box.
Michael's going to get 2nd.
Thank you.
Okay.
So,
Oh, yeah.
Who did I say? I already forgot.
Vince Byron,
Vince
Zach
Byron.
Newman,
Zach Newman.
Michael Aaron.
Michael Aaron. I've seen
Zach-
Bruce.
Zach-
I've seen Bruce.
Zach-
He's not going to do it.
I
Who's
know,
going
but
to
it'd be
do it?
cool if he did.
BMX.
But
Zach Newman.
I already said that.
Oh,
Dude, get out of here.
Sorry.
There's 8 people. Dude, there's 8.
There's not 8 people.
There's 8.
And if there are, you know which
But-
3 are going to get
but do you-
podium
but do
and
you-
who's going to
Did I
pay
say
the
Zach
sponsor.
Gordon? Zach
Can
Gordon.
I throw this in here? I would like to say that I don't think that group of riders will bring the kind of intensity that early 2000s vert riders would have.
Or
After
even
the
that
end of
the
the day,
skate one.
But
had
here's
this
the
year.
thing: that group of riders, like, they're not doing. In 2002, like riding a vert ramp and doing a tail whip was like fucking mind numbing, right? And now you've got like fucking resi kids doing 14, 59, 60 front flips
You know why it's
on
going to...
fucking moon ramps.
Well, that's Rob. Koji Craft. You're right.
Cody Craft, there's 6. Go fuck yourself, Brant.
You know why this isn't going to happen?
Listen to me, I'm not done with my point.
Yo, go back, Rob. You're right. Things got
Are
really
you
crazy,
crying?
bro.
I'm so mad about Bert not being next year. It's not even your fault. I'm gonna punch you over it. Listen to me. They have the fucking ramp at X Games. Just bring people to ride it. It's fucking there.
He's actually crying. Are you having a Bert Kreischer?
You bring it there every year. Just let people ride. That's the best point I've ever heard about it. Actually,
No, the problem with Bert is that there's nowhere for people to practice it without traveling 8 hours.
bring the Titans back. If you allow for okay, so look at how many kids are like brakeless trying to do like flare whips. If there's a community of dudes that are like brakeless doing flare whips and like park setups, just let them on the vert ramp. It's
Where?
actually gonna make
Where?
your job easier.
Where?
You don't have to worry about finding a line.
Where?
You're, like whoever dudes are on the
Where's the Bert ramp?
Woodward? We got one on the East Coast. They got one in the Midwest. They got one out west.
So people have to move to
There
be able
was
to
actually
compete next
where was
to
that
vert?
random vert ramp in Virginia that we went to?
Oh,
You were
Yeah,
there
that
that
was
year.
in
Yeah, we like rolled up and there was like a
Richmond,
vert ramp in the middle of a
I
park.
think that was like right outside
Like,
of Richmond.
Yeah,
Because we've seen,
No.
we've seen like the GT guys ride that.
yeah,
place.
no. In Virginia, there was like
Leaper
a park
brothers
that we
were
went
that
to. Half of it was like dilapidated.
Nobody
shoeboxes.
wants to watch people ride vert.
I'm done.
I walk around, like
I only said that to piss them off.
Rollback Rob's got a vert ramp down there in Maryland. Aren't you down in Maryland, man? I'm sorry, my brain's.
He's
like-
in Maryland. Yes.
Yeah, he's in
Oh,
Maryland. Yeah, they got a vert ramp down there. The vert ramps, it's just like, you know,
Well, I mean, skateboarders do it, so
if dudes didn't want to just ride flat ledges and play it safe their whole life, maybe they should get a chest protector and get some knee pads, get some 16-piece handlebars, and go ride a vert ramp.
If we're gonna be idealists, it would be great if people rode more vert. But too many people are
You want
scared.
to know
ride
who
vert.
could ride vert? You want to know who could ride
Another
vert? Probably
Jake's been riding vert.
Yeah. You want to know who could ride vert really well? All the dudes on Fast and Loose. I guarantee you, they could throw look backs all day long. Like, pedal 270. Give me any. All those dudes can ride vert.
They're gonna do body charts and look backs.
Nobody wants to see anyone ride vert.
Yes, they do. I want to sit like in a folding chair.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite part of Mega Ramp?
I don't have
The
one.
quarter pipe or the jump? It's the fucking quarter pipe. Shut your mouth.
I mean,
I actually agree with Noah that the actual jump itself isn't entertaining to me, but when I watch Morgan Wade do like
Oh,
a
yeah.
16-foot air, I'm not gonna even say like Hoffman numbers because I don't think he did it. If I think
you don't think who did what?
I don't think anybody has really touched
Hoffman?
Hoffman's 26 and a half.
The one he did on Danny
27.
Wade's ramp, no one's ever gonna
Yeah,
touch
nobody's
that.
ever gonna. No, the one that he built for Hoffman, the
I-
Hoffman video.
I know, but the one that then he did.
Yeah, and then
broke
he did,
his
yeah, and then he
record?
broke his record.
Yeah, no one's gonna touch that one.
Yeah, no,
Ever.
like to be dead honest, like, but watching Morgan Wade do like a Superman double whip out of that quarter after he does like a shot out of a cannon trick over the middle box jump is just always going to be entertaining.
The only thing I've seen from Chad Kagi lately was where he was chiming in when people were talking crap about the judging at X Games.
Well, he didn't he break his neck like before he kind of started running. I
I have
remember he
no
didn't.
idea.
I thought he had like a crazy injury that led him up into like not being. I can't say it. You know, and I'm like I'm just
I'm gonna go try to get a beer. I'm sorry.
control
That's
delete.
okay.
Hey, buddy, can you
Trying to
can I have a juice box too?
a juice box? Oh, you want a wobble pop?
Yeah,
Oh,
give me a
wobble
wobble
pop.
pop. Give me a wobble pop. Josh Dub. Did he ride vert? I'm just saying if they gave a platform for those kind of riders to compete, we might actually see.
Yeah, but
And also, hold on. And also, if the bike brands let go of we only have core street riders on our team and actually invited some like contenders to do this, you might actually be able to sell more bikes.
wait a minute. Are you proposing
Am I
that
blaming
BMX companies don't support enough variety?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe you would even say that. How dare you? How dare you,
I'm
Jeff?
just saying that it'd be really dope.
That is I can't believe you would say that. My sponsors are never gonna No, that is absolutely true. And
Yeah.
the crazy thing, hold on, because the crazy thing about this is that when you look at the top level of companies and their riders, it's all of the people who ride in their own style and are amazing at what they do, and there's a lot of variety. But then when you look at a lot of the people who are up and coming, it's people who are trying to ride like other people and not developing their own style as much.
I agree.
And if we just celebrated all of the people who are being themselves, which we do, but it's not enough. It shouldn't be that somebody who's completely incredible and has their own style gets overlooked because of another person that can do the same tricks as all these other people.
Well, like, I mean, growing up, I remember like some of the teams that really made an impact on me was like, oh, cool, they have a vert rider, they have a dirt rider, they have a street rider, and they have a dude that's filming video
Yeah.
parts, you know, like, and it wasn't until like the late 2000s that you just saw like that fade, you know what I mean? Like, at any given point, at any one point, the Hoffman team could have been comprised of only vert riders minus like Seth Kimbrough. You know, like,
That's why they should bring Bert back.
and they have to bring Bert back to the X Games.
So I saw a thing. Okay, this is actually a good thing to bring up in this conversation. Is that I saw a.
Sorry.
They call it a. It's okay. We touched toes. I don't remember what they called it, but Tony Hawk is holding a thing that is serving to be a qualifier for X Games Vert that has like a $25,000 prize.
Ooh.
And I don't know who can be in it, but it's like a primer for X Games Vert, and Tony Hawk is doing it.
For just skateboarding.
I guess.
I was actually really excited
Rick
that
Thorne could probably place in Vert because he still rides Vert with Tony Hawk to this day. Pretty sure Rick Thorne 540s Vert
Could
ramp
place
still.
in a modern vert competition.
you know who could actually place in a modern vert competition right now?
Jamie Bester.
It's a little bit older.
Obviously.
My memory is a little bit older, but I watched Hucker on a vert ramp at the last Texas Toast I went to, and he killed the vert demo. It was wild.
What's your dream 8-man vert lineup?
Well, I would love to bring back the Beast.
I know, like modern riders.
Oh,
you
modern
have to force eight modern riders to ride a vert ramp.
And they're going to do it.
They have to do it. They have to hard as fuck. They have to go.
They're
at it.
never gonna like me again. I'll put you.
No, that's fine, dude. I want to hear it.
My top vert rider,
Who you want to see? Like, if they brought Vert back, and they forced 8 riders to ride.
I would love to see Tavern ride again.
Yeah,
Tom Justice.
Who's going?
You know what?
That's a good one.
I'm gonna take his. I would love to see Tom Justice especially now that vert ramps got
Ron Justice.
Especially now that vert ramps got they have like the roller coping on one side and like
Not now. They brought that back from fucking 98.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I would love to see Jamie put on the deck again. Dennis McCoy could still ride vert. You know what I mean? For sure. I hate that he runs like a lower gyro cable setup and then no brake levers, but yeah, DMC. So I got 4. How many do I need to
8.
stack on?
You gotta have a full.
I want to see Zach Newman up there. I want to see new blood mixed with old blood.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think who would be good. That Case Taylor dude that rides Volcom Park and flare whips and bars out of that 9-foot mega crazy quarter is nuts.
You know what, Zach Warden? I know I haven't watched much of him do anything in a while, but
Still
he's definitely not watched. Yeah, definitely still fucked.
He was at X Games.
What do I need? 2 more?
6? Yeah, that's
6 more. Throw Morgan Wade on that ramp.
Yeah.
I want a wild card.
You need 1 more.
I need 1 more vert rider. I would. I'm trying to think of a real younger dude.
Someone said Matt Sparks.
Yeah, I know. That's fucking sick.
That's awesome.
I was trying to think of people who could consistently go back and forth and do different tricks.
Yeah,
I thought about Jason Watts, but I was like, I feel like he might kind of end up limiting himself in a vert ramp.
He's got a lot of the hop up nose tricks, so where he could hop back
That's
down.
true.
And into it.
No, that's fine about you.
That's why I would put
That
him
would
on
be a
the
good
list.
one.
I'm trying to
It
think
could
of
be a good
I would love to see him.
I'm trying to think of a real young
Or
guy.
put Chris Fox back on it.
Somebody said bet Ryan Williams would be good on vert. I feel like he would be, but
Can't tail whip.
it would
He's
take
out.
him a couple
You
years.
know what?
Can't tail whip.
I
He's out.
actually don't watch him ride enough to want him. Oh, John Parker.
Rim.
No.
Oh yeah.
John
I totally
Parker.
forgot about
John
it.
Parker is the
You know
most underrated rider that has ever existed.
You know what? Tom Stober.
Is that God
Tom
Johnson?
Stober was he was a contender really hard too. Actually, wasn't
John Parker was Ryan Williams before Ryan Williams was
Kieran
born.
Riley.
Yeah, dude, that was one of my fucking baller picks. Whoever said that, I hate
Keith
you.
used to ride vert?
Big Keith invented the front flare on
Oh,
vert.
so Big Keith. Throw Big Keith
Yeah.
up on that ramp.
He has to. All right. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like-
He has to. He's gonna do his tech
Yeah.
trick on the deck.
Oh,
out
no.
of vert.
If I watched somebody do an alley-oop toothpick across the coping on a vert ramp, I would buy a plane ticket to go to the next X Games.
Tom Hagen.
Haugen. Vert riding? No. Ramp riding? Yes, Tom Haugen.
He just came
Vert
out with
riding?
it.
I know, it was awesome.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
But he's not like a
It was good, yeah.
you know what? I think he used to be a sub or an alternate or compete, and you know who I would have loved to pull back for vert contest? Josh Harrington.
Whoa.
Just because Josh Harrington was a dude that could have gotten your dirt poster in an hour BMX, dropped a street edit that would have made every street rider shake in their little skate shoes. he like would have won what was that Canadian BMX event that they used to have that Jamie Ryan used to
Metro?
put on?
Metro
He
Jam.
would win a Metro Jam and then compete in a vert contest. Like Josh Harrington is the greatest of all time.
All right, I'm gonna go my 8. So it's Michael Laren, Zach Newman, Zach Warden. I was gonna say Kieran Riley is like the wild card, but somebody got me in the chat and I'm really bummed about it because I feel like Kieran would destroy a vert ramp competition. Nick Bruce, I feel like could destroy a vert ramp. I think you throw Logan Martin in there because X Games isn't gonna do it unless they have the Logan
What
Martin
about
pole.
Coco?
Coco Zaria.
Yeah, he was a vert contender for a little while. He was like part of the last dying breed.
Rim Nakamura is a solid one, dude.
Yeah.
A solid one. And then, did I say Dennis Anderson yet? 'Cause
I was
Dennis,
gonna bring up
Dennis
Dennis.
would destroy a
No,
vert
Dennis
ramp.
really
has no
wonder
heart.
what
Dennis
would
has no heart.
I know exactly what Dennis would do. Dennis
You had
would
to force him though.
Dennis would destroy 12 walls of vert and then end it with a foot jam to fakie on a vert ramp.
Oh,
And it would be awesome.
after Canadianing it at some
Yeah,
point.
it would be amazing, dude.
They're Canadian.
That's another thing that
He would do like the alley oop toothpick to like bar out or something.
That's
like that.
what's always bummed me out about the X Games is they'll be watching Dennis's run and he'll do like a tail whip and they'll be talking about the tail whip over his like Canadian on a 12-foot quarter pipe and they just not even mention it and I'm like, what is wrong with you?
It's way scarier.
Jesus.
All right, so pick one Bloom rider to throw on there.
Ooh.
Paris.
Paris.
Paris would ride the shit out of a
Easy.
vert ramp.
Easy.
I
don't know,
think,
Charlotte.
You know what? Hannah. I feel like Hannah.
Well,
would-
Hannah would have a lot of
Yeah,
tricks.
Hannah would definitely because somebody's got to be there to come in
Paris
second
is
to
gonna be-
Charlotte.
Paris-
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Paris is gonna be the one that airs out and goes high and does crazy stuff. Then Hannah's gonna be the one that does a lot of tricks.
Oh, Sarah Williams rider, the girl on Fly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she can boost her quarter too.
Charlotte would destroy it.
Yeah.
Charlotte would get first.
And wouldn't show any clips of riding vert, and then would just go to it after training with Jamie Bestwick. And win.
She would come from behind. Take first.
One of my favorite.
And we'd be
moments-
like, where have we seen this?
One of my favorite moments in BMX.
Yeah.
I'm so happy I was alive to watch Charlotte Worthington beat Hannah.
I watched that.
It's so
I
good.
didn't watch
It's so
men's
good.
BMX in the Olympics.
I only watched.
I only watched women's
too.
I went to some dive bar in Muncie where there was one TV and nobody was watching it. It's just me in the corner watching women's BMX on the Olympics. And then Charlotte did the three flip. And I just stood up in the corner. I was like, "Fuck yeah!" And then everybody looks at me.
What's even better is that Joey saw me stand up and windmill.
I
walked Barbara like,
So we were watching it at Sponge's house on a projector on the sheet on the wall.
Yeah.
And when Charlotte did that 3 flip, he freaked out. Like had a major like no way moment.
Can I open that window?
This is like the. I'm gonna get.
It probably won't hold
If I
itself.
stand, yeah, if I stand up, I'm.
We're the worst Americans ever, but it's fun. It's that moment was so good that like transcends
No,
nationality.
it actually made us look better because I was pretty much. I'm not going to talk about this too long, but when I saw the other competitor for the gold, her reaction to her first run seemed very.
I just won.
Obtuse.
I just
Yeah,
won.
it seemed very like very.
I just won the Olympics
Yeah.
on my first run.
When you
Yeah.
when you like Hulk flex at your fellow competitors who you're also friends with like that, and I wasn't there, so this is probably like a bullshit, like. But my perception was just like, oh well, that's America. You know what I mean? Like,
It
thanks
was
for
a
play-
very authentic reaction.
yeah, and I'm sure you were hyped, and I'm not taking anything away from it. Better rider than I'll ever be, you know, so on and so forth. But like the moment that we got put in our place, I was exceptionally happy because that was.
Yeah.
I was more overjoyed than that. I did once hold the door open for Charlotte.
I felt the gold. I felt the gold.
For your bias.
That is funny.
Yeah. How come I've never won gold? I've been to Woodward, dude.
The first time I met
You
you
do
was
the
at
flare?
Woodward. First time I met you was at Woodward.
That's true.
You
Yeah,
do the
yeah. No, let's not talk. Yeah, I decided to break myself off trying into a foam pit.
Dude, you got close though, and then you did it.
No,
He was doing like
No,
900.
you
airs.
saw me. You saw me get really close, and I got confident that I was close. The last time I went for family weekend with my friends, I decided to flare into the wall. At
Oh,
the
you hit the
like
wall.
I spun,
Oh
and
no!
when my body landed, my shoulder hit the wood against the wall,
No.
and then I got jackknifed in between the foam and the wall.
Oh.
So like I slid in and hit the wall again from the foam, rebounding me into the
That's
wall.
awful.
There's that. See,
And then baby Kyle rolled in and did like 13 flares all over the freaking skate park, and I got so bummed that I went back to the cabin and drank a whole bunch of beers.
No.
found the closest 3 foot tall wedge. And just sat down and did fakies.
And pedaled back.
If it was me, I would have sat in an ice pick like, God, this sucks. And just sat in
You know
it.
what,
You ever get so depressed you sit in ice picks and meditate? You're just like,
you can't choose your friends, you know?
Well, yesterday,
I was
if
just about to
Joey
say
didn't
that.
yell, I don't know how long it would have taken, but I sat in that ice pick where I was pointing at you guys for a solid like 2 minutes.
I was waving at you.
No, not before.
No,
not
no.
before he yelled.
Yeah.
I
I
he,
was walking and I saw him sitting in it, and then once I was over there, I noticed he was pointing, and then I was like, Geoff, and no one heard me.
back.
And I was like,
Then
Geoff.
somebody looked.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Yo, that kick out quarter, that fly out quarter that they had over there,
That
that
thing
was
is sick.
pretty dope.
Flyout quarter?
Yeah,
Are you
like
talking
the-
about the island
yeah,
thingy?
no, like the easily over iceable quarter.
The spine, not spine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you
that
could,
was
like, fly
built
out
into
of
the
that
wedge.
thing though too. That thing was nice enough if you hit it
You
fast
know what,
enough,
they-
you could pop out onto
Day
the deck.
day 2, looking at that thing, made me wish I had my 4 pegs.
where are we talking about?
At
Besides the
Stoke
curve wall.
Run, at Stoke Run, besides the curve wall, where I did the thing.
The fake.
Oh, the thing.
That
yeah.
quarter.
The thing is,
Yeah, I wanted to spend more time on that today.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm so tired.
Yeah, I'm getting. woozy.
I want to make fun of Brant for not being completely committed to BMX right now.
I'm watching a UFC fight.
I'm watching Noah.
You guys are watching us.
You're watching-
Look at the
You know what?
thumbnail.
I'm hanging out with my real homies here in the group chat.
You're watching Noah watch you because I can't stand to stare
And
at this ugly ass
and
iPhone.
I'm
So I'm
actually-
just like looking at my
You can't even
friend.
see the Apple logo.
And I-
you shouldn't be looking at it. You
I
should be talking.
I
to
keep
us.
waiting for you to talk shit about me in the group, in the
Group chat.
in the group chat.
Say no more.
Are we wrapping it up? I think we're wrapping it up then. Because
I mean,
everyone just got quiet.
we are literally like thigh to thigh right now. It's getting a little warm in here.
All right. Well, that's fine. I hope everyone enjoyed this. Geoff is old. That's what Noah said, not me. All right. Well, then we're gonna wrap it up. See you guys in 2 weeks for episode 2 of this.